Welcome to Bengaluru City Police. Namma Bengalurina Nimma Police Commissioner. We have with us a very celebrated, a very well-known and much remembered police officer. We have with us former Commissioner, Dr. Ajay Kumar Singh. Welcome on the program. Well, even as we talk of Dr. Ajay Kumar Singh, many of us Bengalurians will remember that day in Bengaluru when there was a terror attack on the Indian Institute of Science. This attack was not like any other. This was perhaps one of the most dastardly actions in Bengaluru, where they had attacked the prestigious Indian Institute of Science, which is less than 250 meters from the police station. And then I still remember Dr. Ajay Kumar Singh and his team who had visited Indian Institute of Science. So please tell us about that incident, which is perhaps one of the most horrifying incidents of Bengaluru.
You rightly you said most horrifying. Yeah. And the most talk about incidents, one of the most talk about incidents, at least of my period as Commissioner of Police, and very rightly. But let me put it record right that they did not target any particular person. Dr. Puri was not the target.
He was not.
It was indiscriminate firing,
just indiscriminate.
In which unfortunately he happened to be one of the victims.
Absolutely.
It was of course one of its kind. Such things had not happened. Though in India, elsewhere, in Rajasthan, in Gujarat, in some other places, such incidents had taken place. Attacks on temple and other things had happened by the terrorists trained in Pakistan. But for the first time, we thought that Karnataka and Bangalore was safe.
Absolutely.
More safe. But it proved that's not so. They could do it here too. It was a very challenging task to take follow-up action, investigate the case. And I must say that our team, the whole team, Mr. Gopal Hosur, I appointed him as the team leader, and DCPs, ACPs, inspectors, they did a remarkable job, I mean, day and night. And virtually for more than a month, after, let's say, about 10 p.m., my office used to be that auditorium where the incident took place. The Institute of Management, they were kind enough to hand over that auditorium for us months together. Indian Institute of Science. For months together. So
where
that
the investigation was being planned
and directed. And we required the space and facilities. So we used to sit there and do that. One of the challenge was, you see, we had to analyze the calls received and went out of Bangalore, and I mean around the time of that attack. Now there are many service providers, like let's say, I'm saying the present day names. I don't remember what they were called that time. Vodafone, Airtel, Reliance, this and that. I think there were about 6-7 of them. Now they all have different systems. Now, it was very difficult for us to compare the call details. And I had some, personal contacts also, Dr. Balram, the then director of the institute, and Professor Balkrishna. I knew him rather well. So I approached them, I said, this field is taking a long time. Can we do something about it? I think it was Dr. Balkrishna who put a team of research scholars, I think about half a dozen of them, and gave them the task. First he understood what was required. And then they devised the system, came up with a sort of software where the different system could be into one. And then it became easier for us to compare. So that was one thing. But apart from that, I must also say that this gave us opportunity to bring, I think, almost any terrorist arrested anywhere in India and was it either in police custody or in judicial custody. We approached those states, those courts with body warrants, brought them all one by one and questioned them thoroughly. It was a very long drawn affair. Thoroughly questioned them. And we also had access, luckily, because that time all narcotic tests were done in Bangalore.
Absolutely.
So the reports were available.
Yeah. So that was an advantage.
But of course, we couldn't have access to them illegally.
Absolutely.
So we went through the legal process, and so we had access to that also. At some point of time, we had enormous information about this thing. Unfortunately, we also realized that when we were doing this, I realized there was very little interaction among various states. Though these incidents taking place in Gujarat or Rajasthan, now in Bangalore, some sort of incident had taken place even in Tamil Nadu, because actually Tamil Nadu came out to be one of the training centers. But very little interaction, and there's no agency in the government of India also to coordinate
the entire.
And know who has come to know what. So that was another task. Luckily, I again had people I knew in the Ministry of Home Affairs in Delhi, and they were helpful in getting me access to whatever other states had and all. And then we also devised a pro forma. When you interrogate, what should be the sort of SOP that you interrogate and get information, whatever else you want. But these things must come on record. So
and which can be shared with others.
Which can be shared with others. We had our own system. So these were some of the challenges, and I'm happy that though we could not catch hold of the person who did it, because
Abu Hamza, I think he was in Pakistan.
The person, he went back to Pakistan, and we couldn't.
But you managed to catch Sabahuddin.
We managed to catch him, and also we managed to catch others who were planning something.
Who were planning this conspiracy.
Who were planning something else. That was a big achievement, because. But then you won't know, because nothing happened. So what is the success? The success is that we could prevent those things from happening. The number of and it is a matter of pride that the then governor, His Excellency the Governor of Karnataka, he mentioned this investigation in his speech. Was it Republic Day or no, August, I think.
Okay. So in the address to both the houses?
Not both the houses. Public.
Oh,
the
in a
governor
public
gives
speech.
The public, one of them.
Right.
I think it's 26th of January where he gives the. It was January, because the attack is taking place in December. December. It was very challenging, and we are happy that our team rose to the occasion and did a good job of it.
Absolutely. What were the other special initiatives? Did you take out any initiatives as far as the citizens were concerned? Because there were many other issues that the people came to you with complaints
Yes,
for.
certainly. Actually, many initiatives. I had a brief period, I must mention. I had just 1 year as police commissioner. Even when I was joint commissioner of police. Incidentally, I must mention that I was very fortunate that before I became police commissioner, I had spent 7.5 years in 3 postings under 7 police commissioners between 1979 and let's say 2001. So I had this benefit of the system I knew. I had worked under 7 commissioners, 3 posts, 7.5 years. So that gave me as to what we can do externally, what we can do internally.
True.
Externally, certain things were there, small things. Open door system. I started as joint commissioner of police. I was joint commissioner of police 3.5 years, 98 to 2001. Which meant...
So the open door system is for visitors?
Visitors.
Okay.
You see, normally...
Does it mean literally open door?
Literally.
Okay.
Literally. My door was not closed.
Okay.
Unless once in a way there's something which we have to discuss with somebody, or some visitor himself or herself request that
door should be closed. Okay.
Otherwise, open door. Which meant that apart from those who had appointment to meet me, they could come appointed time, 11 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 8 o'clock, whatever. Apart from that, anybody could come and send the chit,
Okay.
and I would meet them. May not be immediately because you may be looking
Absolutely,
at file or
absolutely.
discussing something, but so it's open door. So that gives confidence to people, and I
Absolutely.
met very large number of people, and
A few thousands maybe.
I mean daily. I used to meet daily number of people, and they used to have twice a day.
Okay.
Morning session before lunch, one session, and before evening another session. And I remember at least one case, I remember, very important case. It became famous as winnowing case,
Oh, yes.
where hundreds of people were cheated by one gentleman,
yes.
Shastri.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
was called
Raghavendra
winnowing Shastri.
Winnowing Shastri, I
Winnowing
remember.
Cheated with huge, crores of rupees.
Absolutely. Yes.
That came to my notice during one of those.
One of them.
One citizen said that illa ಈ ತರ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಇನ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಹೋಗಿದ್ರೆ ಕೇಸನ್ನು ತಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ.
Okay.
I said, no, how can it happen?
Yeah.
So I contacted the inspector, and he said his side of the story as to why he has not registered the FIR, etc., etc. But I said, so we registered the FIR, and then it was a big case. So many such things came to light. That was one thing. Secondly was the return of the recovered property. As we know that in theft cases, robbery cases.
So this means victim of a crime. Let's say someone has suffered a burglary in the house. Someone has suffered a robbery or a dacoity. When a property is lost, they come to you seeking the property back.
No, they cannot seek unless they recovered.
Correct.
So
Correct.
suppose, and some cases they recovered, some cases not recovered.
Correct.
But even in the cases they recovered,
Yeah.
it's a known fact, it's nothing new to me, that for years property kept lying either in the police station or
in the custody of the courts.
Because during the trial it has to produce, etc. Then we took an initiative, and we said that we will coordinate between the complainant and the court, because property has to be returned if it is seized in a registered case on the court order, and complainant is in the picture. We used to help and go to the court and get the orders and then return the property. Now, we did one property return we did in big way. I think I must mention it. And it was so big that we arranged it in the indoor stadium, Kantirava Stadium. Kantirava indoor
It
stadium.
was so big.
Outside, of course, there were some vehicles was recovered, trucks and some buses, and they were also stolen property. So they were there, and inside a lot of jewelry and clothes. Now, the Honorable Chief Minister, Mr. Dharam Singh, we had invited him to give some of the properties, stolen property. He used. It was like a jewelry market. And Mr. Dharam Singh, when he entered, he says, "Aapka kya chickpet utha laye?" I mean, have you brought chickpet here? I said, sir, it's all stolen property. How many years? I said, sir, I can't say, but many years. Many years. And when he was returning jewelry to many ladies, they started weeping because they had emotional attachment to those things.
Absolutely. Especially thalis.
Thalis. They were given by grandmother, given by mother-in-law, given by somebody, husband, on birthday, or this and that, or marriage and this and that. It was quite an occasion. And this became a regular affair. I was quite happy about it because, you see,
one thing about gold is, they say that gold, once it is stolen, the person who has stolen the gold tries to melt it into a different shape. Was that also a problem?
No, that was also a problem. In many cases, the ingots were recovered.
So you just know 20 grams or 50 grams. So you give that.
Yeah, you give that. But in many cases, we were lucky enough to get the intact property. Because after all, you see, these things which are heavy jewelry, it's not so easy to dispose. You see, a nose ring, earring, you can palm it off.
But these heavy chains,
etc., they have to be careful not to get caught.
Absolutely.
I mean, the receiver as well as the
seller.
So we are lucky that way that we could recover a lot of. So that was another initiative. Other thing is, you see, Complainants Day. I realized during my many posts that
Complainants Day, complainant is someone who comes to the police for help.
a complainant is somebody who comes, but here I mean a complainant whose case has been registered.
All right.
It's not that he is simply complaining.
Okay. He is not a fresh complainant.
No, his case is already registered.
All right.
And police take action, but they are not
Complainant
informing
doesn't
him
know.
as to what has happened.
All right.
So complainant keeps on telling everywhere.
I don't know what the police have done.
Illa, not that I do not know. ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. So to bridge that gap,
Yeah,
I said if you can't do very frequently, at least
Yeah.
once in a month, whole day, and that day will be, it was announced in newspapers and all that. Let's say last Tuesday of the month,
All right.
between 10 a.m. and 7 p.m. or 9 a.m. you can go to your police station where your case is registered, and you will be told so far what has happened in your case. So,
So would the inspector be present?
Inspector would be present.
All right.
It is possible sometimes that inspector may be on court duty or some other law and order duty.
Yeah.
Then the sub-inspector will
Okay.
be available, not below the sub-inspector, will be available to
Inform them.
inform the complainant. This is what we have done so far in your case.
During your time, you were taking a relook at the beat system because there are many complaints about the beat system.
Yes. We introduced a system where per force the police station was, in any case, were divided into 5, 6 beats, 7 beats, depending on the area. But we fixed the beats. Earlier, what used to happen at random. Today, who is available in the evening or night? You go to so and so, so and so. So in advance, nobody knows who is in charge of this beat.
Absolutely.
We said no. You can do that, but one person, one head constable is in charge of a particular beat. And
Beat literally, can you just explain it for the viewers?
beat
literally means on
area.
foot. They patrol the area on foot.
It need not be on foot
Or on a cycle.
or on a cycle.
Or on a
Point is
motorcycle.
that you visit that area, not only visit, establish contact with as many people as possible.
All right.
We had given number, that 30 number. And you must know, the head constable must know at least 30 members of his beat. They must know his number, and he must know their number. I was very happy to see when once I was traveling on Banagatta Road to visit some scene of occurrence. On the compound wall, in big, bold, it was painted. This beat head constable number so and so, mobile number so and so. I was delighted
Amazing.
that we had this confidence, that the police had this confidence
To share
this with public.
Absolutely.
I'm in charge. This gives empowerment to the head constable,
Absolutely.
and this gives empowerment to the public.
Absolutely.
So that was another. These are some of the. But I think a few internal things also.
Also, you started a very well-received program called Elders Helpline.
Elders. You see,
There are many complaints.
I had the experience of with Mr. Revan Sidhya, who began the
Makkala
Makkar Sahayavani and Vanta Sahayavani.
Vanisa Sahaya.
It was amazing.
So Makkala means children, Vanita means women. So elders were.
And the process you see, impressed me thoroughly. I was impressed because there were 30-40 NGOs with whom police commissioner himself, I was also part of the team, used to interact, meeting after meetings, how to go about it, what can be done, what can we do together. So then they were working very well by the time I became commissioner. Elder Helpline then, you see there is Nightingale, some
Nightingales, absolutely.
Nightingales. Dr. Sudha Murthy.
Yeah.
She helped us.
Dr. Radha Murthy.
Radha Murthy, sorry.
Absolutely, I do remember.
Radha Murthy.
Yeah.
She helped us in starting the Helpline.
And you had based it out of the commissioner's office.
Out of commissioner office.
Yeah.
All of these helplines work from the commissioner office, so that they have the backup of the police control room
Should
and
it be
the police
necessary?
setup. Should it be necessary?
Should it be necessary?
So that elders helpline was.
Yeah.
But some of the internal things I would like to mention is that you see, what I was trying to do within the department is uh, to shift. If somebody, you see, it's very easy to have a authority mode in police because we have so much of it.
Yes.
IPC, CRPC, this and that. You can
True,
quote so
true,
many
true, true.
police
Yes.
act, this and that, police
Yeah.
manual. But the point is, what for this authority is given to you? This authority is given to you so that you can discharge your responsibilities efficiently, effectively.
Absolutely.
So what I was trying to say, instead of being in authority mode, we should be in the responsibility mode.
Absolutely.
That this is my responsibility, because for which I have this authority, I will use this authority to discharge my responsibilities. So this
It's more of taking everybody along.
along and also change of. Otherwise, you see, what are the basic complaints or used to be basic complaints? Station ಹೋಗಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾರು ಏನು ಕೇಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ.
Absolutely.
Number one. Number two, getting FIR registered is difficult.
Yeah.
So to change
Yeah.
that if you are in responsibility mode,
Yeah.
you will listen to public, listen to people who come there. What you can do is
Yeah.
secondary. First of all, you must listen to people. I was very happy to introduce one system where we conducted essay competitions for only constables, head constables, and ASIs on two issues. How to ensure, for traffic, it was how to ensure free and safe flow of traffic. Because whole traffic management can be summed into this one sentence.
Absolutely.
Free and safe flow of traffic. How to do it?
Yeah.
Constables, head constables, ASIs. And for crime staff, it was how to prevent and detect crimes. How to crime should not take place. If they take place, how? And the response was tremendous response. One incident I have mentioned many times, and I think I must mention here also.
Yeah.
During that period, it must have been around 8 p.m. that I got up from my seat and was about to go to a residence, which is nearby.
Yeah,
as
just
you know,
beside the office.
compound, across the compound. And I came out. I found one traffic head constable standing little away, let's say about 10-12 feet away. So I asked him, do you want, and there were no other petitioners.
No one else.
All visitors had finished. Most of the staff had gone, except chamber orderly and the PA. There's not many people around. So I asked him, do you want to say something? So he said, yes. Or I said, come then, what is to be said? You say, I don't know whether you noticed, many of our constables, head constables, have this habit of keeping letters or covers inside there, not in the pocket.
In the bunion.
No, they will open the button.
Absolutely, yes.
So he started opening the button. I was bit amused, not annoyed, but I said, the fellow is opening his button. So he opened, then took out one cover. And he said that, you see, that scheme, traffic management, I have written something. So I didn't take it. I said, no, you have to give it to the concerned.
To the concerned.
Written there. To whom you have to send, you have to do that. And if you are, and I also did, if it's good enough, you may get prize. He said, no, I have not come to participate in the competition. And I have not come here for prize. I said, then what? I want you to read it. A head constable telling a commissioner that I want you to read, I was pleased. I was very pleased. I said, to some extent, I have succeeded in creating an environment where a head constable can come up and tell commissioner, I want you to read what I have written.
Absolutely.
I was very delighted.
Instilling confidence.
I immediately, I said, all right, I'll read it. I promised him that I'll read it and I'll take it. Then he also said, sir, if you think that something is good enough, some action should be taken. Look at that head constable.
Absolutely.
I mean, we have such people.
Absolutely.
We have such people.
People with a conscience.
Conscience and self-esteem and self-confidence.
Absolutely.
Self-esteem and self-confidence. I said, I'll do it. I read it. And I found it very good. It was so good that I picked up some points from that and I added some more because that gave me some idea. and issued a circular to the ACPs and inspectors.
Wow.
Idu ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ.
Wow.
The idea was whose? That head
Head
constable.
constable.
Since he was not participating in competition,
yeah.
I separately rewarded him.
Yeah.
I could do that.
Yeah.
But point is that it generated interest, and we had such people.
Absolutely.
So it was very, very satisfying. Very satisfying.
Absolutely.
So that was another this thing. So like that, something soft skills.
Yeah.
Soft skill training we started for.
Again, for the police.
For police. Again for traffic constables, but not traffic. Constables, head constable, ASIs. Because normally they deal with public.
Absolutely.
Complaints are there, very rude. You see, that's very large scale complaint of being rude.
Absolutely.
So I said, all right, so soft skills. And I think that was also very good.
So soft skills for
Soft skills for the training. I think that was helpful.
yes.
Now, somebody can turn back and ask me that has police become very polite? You see, we can do what can be done.
That effort.
Nobody can give a guarantee that by this initiative, this will happen to this extent.
Absolutely.
But what you must
Yeah, the
try.
effort,
And the thing I was very happy to do is, we started a scheme of rewards to police station on the criteria how friendly to the women and children issues they are.
Excellent.
And for this, the team was the outside team.
Oh.
Team
A
consisted
neutral team.
outside team.
All right.
They went around the police station and chose as to which station is the most friendly to the issues of children and women.
Okay.
For which, what happened? Perforce they had to coordinate with the NGOs.
All right.
So there is
there is that.
there is an interaction.
Absolutely.
And when you you are more open.
Yeah.
See, automatically you see things as the
Straighten out,
the saying goes that sunshine is the best disinfectant.
Absolutely.
So you are open.
Absolutely.
Many things.
Absolutely.
So these are a few things I think I remember.
So as DG CID, I remember you solved many old pending cases.
Yes, that we had a look at pending cases, informed teams that you look into. You see what happens, suppose there are 50 cases and out of the 50 cases, if you choose 10 cases, depending on their gravity, and then say, no, this team will work on then there's a concentrated effort. So we could, some old cases of, I think, cooperative society frauds and some insurance claim frauds in which people were, I think, from various walks of life were involved. Police officers,
Officers are also involved.
doctors, advocates, and I'll not name the the other branch. All involved. We charge sheeted that case, those cases. So that was the. But even the CIDs, again, some cases of terrorist arrests and attacks, incidents, they were handed over to us as DGCID. So again, we had to bring accused persons or suspects from Bhopal, from Kerala, from many places. And that was another, I think, satisfying that our people could do. We even got, when I was DGCID, I remember there was a very important reference from USA about money laundering and all that. It has come through Interpol and through CBI. It came to us, and it was a very prestigious thing. And I think, and actually, their letter, when the first letter came, that letter itself said that if your investigation and the report is not satisfactory, a team from USA will come to counter check. I said, all right, let's see. But our report was absolutely accepted by them, and they never even asked for any clarification. It was very satisfying that our officers, Yogappa, I remember, SP, the rank officer was the Yogappa, he did a lot of leg work in that. Mr. Pujar was DIG. Something or else always.
One memorable incident from your time in the city police is when they had the SARC meeting here. Then of course you were not commissioner, but you were DCP. DCP traffic, and you were also overseeing protocol and security. And I remember you used to travel to Nandi Hills and take a look at the entire thing. And what is most memorable is former Prime Minister Mr. Rajiv Gandhi participated. He was later felled by assassins. Mr. Jayawardene participated.
Yes.
And he was also on the radar of the terrorists.
Yes.
And if I'm right, I think General Ershad from Bangladesh came here.
Yes.
And he was also on the radar of the extremists. And
he was also killed subsequently.
Later. Ziaur Rahman was killed by, the extremists, and along with 6 of his bodyguards. So that was a very high-profile meeting here in Bengaluru. And you were in charge of the security along with others. So can you recall some of the moments when everything, even the food, I think you had to be so careful of food and water and...
It was, and I can't say it's Police Commissioner Mr. Halankar was there. He was our leader, guiding this thing. And Mr. Marswamy played a very important role. I was also part of it. And that was again very challenging and satisfying, because here was a work which involved coordinating with so many other agencies, which normally you don't do in police work.
Absolutely.
Police work you have to coordinate, let's say, the revenue department, judiciary, and other, let's say, experts and handwriting, this and that. But here, it was, let's say, our own BBMP was involved, because so many things had to be done by BBMP.
Because their entire road came newly. I think that RMB road, that whole road was laid newly.
And barricades and things, footpath improvement. So all that on one side. So that time it's no BBMP, it was called, I think, BMP.
Absolutely.
All right. So with them, you had to coordinate with the Intelligence Bureau. You had to coordinate Ministry of External Affairs. Because they were actually in charge. They were actually in charge. We had External Affairs ministers coming here, Secretary External Affairs, the Chief of Protocol from External Affairs. One officer of the Joint Secretary level from External Affairs was posted here for 1 month. His headquarters was Ashoka Hotel. Then you have Intelligence Bureau. And so like that, it was where we had to, even you see, you can, I think just to give an example, say one of my responsibility was each VIP's formation of convoy of each VIP and their movement, keeping in mind the protocol and the security, both, which is a rather tricky task. And here, the gap between the arrival and departure of one dignitary to another was around 1.5 minutes on an average. So it was
very challenging,
very fine-tuning things. And each dignitary has a convoy, and that convoy was under each escort officer. All my escort officers were from outside the state. Some of them seniors to me. So in the beginning, they won't listen to me when we are rehearsing, because they thought, what this, I know. But then, so much I don't mind mentioning it, so much so, the matter went up to the Commissioner of Police. Because they thought that I was overbearing, which it was not. Because it has to be done.
The job demanded.
It has to be job demanded. Then when they went, and when the meeting was held with my presence, 6 of them, and then when it was also what exactly the problem? Then the Commissioner of Police found that actually there is no problem.
There is no problem. You are just doing the job.
Except the ego. Except the ego, there is no other problem.
Absolutely.
But I must say, all the 6 officers, one by one, after the SARC summit was over, came to me and hugged me and thanked me, saying that, sorry, beginning we were, because it turned out so well. I mean, they're all so delighted that performance, that everything went off smoothly. So it was a challenging task, And I remember that I think for about maybe around 10 days. You see, I used to leave my house before sunrise and of course return around midnight.
Absolutely.
Around midnight.
So that's
But it
almost
was-
18 hours of
But
work.
it was worth it. It was worth it. The Mr. Hegde was the chief minister.
Yeah, yeah.
He wrote such a beautiful letter to police commissioner, and he shared it with us along with his comments.
Absolutely.
And I got a DO letter, very satisfying, from the external affairs secretary of Ministry of External Affairs, Mr.
Wow.
Muskun Dove.
Wow.
Because so it was. I mean, but again, you see, credit we can take.
Absolutely.
But somebody else logs,
Yeah.
our officers,
Yeah.
inspectors, sub-inspectors, constables,
Yeah,
head
yeah,
constables,
yeah.
because
It's a lot of sweat and
a
hard
lot
work.
of sweat in it. And I recognized their good work, and they were rewarded. Many of them were rewarded by Mr. And Home Ministry. When I mentioned the agencies we had to coordinate,
Yeah.
External Affairs, IB, Home Minister himself was Mr. Zambaram, and not an easy.
Absolutely.
But he was also, initially he said, what is this, what is that, lot of questions. But he was also very much satisfied with the arrangements made by city police. And so it was, again, all these things you see, whatever I have narrated so far, whether Indian Institute of Science or whether SARC Summit, teamwork.
Absolutely.
The takeaway is teamwork.
Absolutely.
From the top to bottom, a harmonious blend of the teamwork is the takeaway from all this.
In fact, you are an officer who has said teamwork right from the word go. Because even as SP Shimoga, when you started, that was your first post as SP, you had this special capacity to take everybody along and make a difference.
I must say that if I am asked to identify in my 35 and a half years career, which places I will rather rate high that it was nice working there,
Yeah.
I'll place Shimoga right at the top. I think Shimoga and then DCP Traffic, 4 years, and then Joint Commissioner of Police, 3.5 years. I think the three places I really enjoyed because the team.
Absolutely.
Tremendous, unbelievable cooperation
team,
and
yeah.
coordination with the officers of various ranks, which I got. So that makes the difference.
Because in Shimoga, you had legends like Bangarappa, who later became Chief Minister.
Yes.
You had legends like B.S. Yediyurappa, who
Who
later
became Chief Minister?
became CM. Then you had Mr. K.S. Ishwarappa, Kagod Timmappa,
J.H.
J.H. Patel,
became
who
Chief
later
Minister.
became Chief Minister. It's not an easy district.
No, but I must say that I didn't find I didn't find it difficult to have any interaction with them. They were all pleasant, and they were cooperative. I remember at least one incident. I remember. I mean, there are many where these political leaders. I was lucky. I was lucky that we had, let's say, a healthy respect for each other. I respected them, and they also had perhaps some, because when during discussion it becomes easier. When you say something, it's believed. When it's not believed, then it becomes difficult.
Absolutely.
So that I was lucky in that happened. In one incident, you see, for the first time in Congress party was defeated in Janta, that coordinates.
83.
83, they came into work. Mr. J.H. Patel's constituency in Channagiri, they were creating problems in the evening. So much so that DC, Mr. Sudhakar Rao said that no, I think...
Mr. Sudhakar Rao later became Chief Secretary.
Secretary.
Yeah.
He said things are rather serious. Let's go. I said, okay, let's go. We went there and we found that it was really difficult because they won't listen. And I think many of them were not in a position to listen because they were drunk, I think.
Okay.
Celebration. We didn't know now what to do. We didn't want to use force. Use of force was always for me last of the last resort.
Absolutely.
I am prepared to take blame rather than use force. Rather than use force. Order use of force. Sometimes force is used without your order.
Absolutely,
That's different
absolutely.
thing. But I want order use of force.
By use of force, you mean lathi charge?
Lathi charge
Or extreme force,
Yes.
firing?
Yeah. So you see, then I think I do not remember whether I hit upon this idea or whether Sudhakar Rao's suggestion. We decided to meet Mr. J.S. Patel. We went to his house and said, "Sir, ನಮ್ಮ supporters control ke barta illa sir. We don't want to use force. You please help us in dispersing them." You see, it's all force is ready. There's no. It will take a few minutes in using force, and they will disperse.
Absolutely.
Once force is used, but this is not the. So, sir, he said, "Nanu barti." He agreed to come. He agreed to come. Then climbed on a what is that called? In guest houses, there is a always a car parking space near the main gate, and above that there is a what do you call it? Roof type of thing.
Something.
Somehow, without any ladder, he was pushed in to climb onto that. And then he spoke to me. Beautifully, he spoke, very briefly. And he said that, Nade, nanu hogbeku alli, I have to be sworn in as minister. Look at it. He talked like that. Nade, now, oath ತಗೋಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತೆ. So therefore, ಈಗ ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಗಲಾಟೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಅದು ಆಗ್ತದೆ? ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ. They dispersed. They dispersed. So like that, I mean, now here, on our own, we couldn't have dispersed, I mean, handled it so easily without, whereas the leader helped. So many other times also. So it was good to.
So there it is. We have this memorable interview with Dr. Ajay Kumar Singh, whose one police commissioner of Bengaluru simply cannot forget. Thank you for watching.